EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, the of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Play action now. Bridgewater. That one complete to Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite. A week ago, there's another one right there.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
First carry now for David Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call him brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up. And he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes that his players will as well.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Chill. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 6 guys. 6 guys.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And some room to run now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Fields.
Looking deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They gave him a little bit of a different launch angle, perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down now. It's Hill, and he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Bridgewater.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A give. This is Montgomery, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
31's the mark. Go. 31's the mark. Check that.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
31's the mark. Oh, you got deep? Good. 31's the mark. Hey, defense, let's go. 31.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. He'll get that one to Carter complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And they're able to get 5. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater going right back to Fant.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw is Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown, Bears! T.J. Hockenson as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. He will return this from deep in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 7, Fields completing it to the right side. Johnson and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
To return, here's Agnew. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And the Broncos are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now here's Hill. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll run it with Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And McManus able to put it through, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you. Mike by 4.
Here's Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now it's Fields.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
31's the mic. We got it. Shoot. Check three.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Here we go. Check. First down. Back. Check 52.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Santos for the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught. Judy. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bilal Nichols just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater, he'll fire one downfield for Fant, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 31, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. A read option. Here's Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Check, 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 check. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check 26, check 26. Check 43. Slam, slam, slam. 56 to Mike.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Bears, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the